What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I did indeed have another video planned for today. It was actually already made, but then the brand new, update for Modern Warfare 3 went ahead and dropped, and I had to push that video back. So you can expect it tomorrow, and just know it was recorded a little bit earlier than expected, but I had to push this one out because Sledgehammer Games went ahead and put out an update on something that I've been waiting for a decent amount of time. I think, honestly, anybody who plays Modern Warfare 3 has been waiting on this update for ages here. And it is severely disappointing. And I'll be real with you guys, I don't know how Sledgehammer managed to do this. I thought it was pretty easy and understandable, how to fix this up, but man, we have a lot to go ahead and discuss today. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and dive deep, if you are interested in more content just like this, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern Time, mostly Modern Warfare 3 at the moment. But of course, once X Defiant goes ahead and drops and we get some more information about that, I'll be talking about that a little bit more often. I don't really discuss it too much right now because every single time something new comes out, it's just X Defiant's delayed. And, every so often I might discuss it, but I can't keep making a video about that. I need some new stuff, even if it's just a beta that can come out that we can talk about and just get hands-on again to, discuss updates and how the game is going. Anything would be helpful, but, it's a reason why it's not much content coming out for that game. But again, subscribe, hit that bell. You'll be notified in the future once that game goes ahead and drops. And last but not least, if you guys are interested in any of the live streams, like you see in this gameplay right here, we always squad up in open lobbies. If you guys want to partake in that stuff, you can tune into my stream over on Kick. I got a link to that down in the description of this video. We're not going to be live today, but I'll be back again on Friday, and it goes live around 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, guys, so let's get back to the main topic of today's video, the update that just recently dropped in Modern Warfare 3. Now, it's not too shabby of an update, and I'm going to have a lot of other content coming out in the near future. Again, not tomorrow because I already have a video pre-made, and I really want to get it out because I think it's important that, we expose something here with Activision. But we're going to be discussing other things when it comes to Modern Warfare 3 and what Sledgehammer Games has recently introduced. For example, the new weekly update for the Holger. It's a new aftermarket part that's actually pretty cool, I'll be real, and again, I'm going to make a video about that. The battle rifle, I still have to go ahead and discuss a little bit more in detail. It wasn't too shabby of an update. We got a new skin from the event, that's actually looking pretty decent. I'll be real with you guys. It looks great, and it's for the WSP. Kind of an underrated weapon, if I'm going to be real with you guys. I think it's the WSP-9, not the Swarm, the regular WSP. Not too many people use it. It's a fun gun, and I hope that this skin will maybe, make it a little bit more frequent in match-to-match gameplay. Hopefully more people will actually pick it up and see the potential that it has. The new Juggernaut game mode is actually, I'll be real, it's cool. The Warhammer, 40K event, I was skeptical because, again, as I always say, I don't know how I feel about these new game modes they implement. Usually they die out pretty quickly, and I'll be real, I still feel the same about this. I'm not going to get too into detail about it because, again, I want to do a separate video about this. I don't expect it to last. I'll be real, but out of all the games that we've played, it's fun. This is probably the most fun one I've played in years, if I'm going to be honest with you guys. And we'll dive deeper into that. So the update wasn't a complete failure, I guess, when it comes to content. But I want to dive deeper into the gameplay, because content is content and all. But the game still has a few things that have to be touched upon, and one of them is the Jack Maglift kit for the Haymaker, like you're watching in this gameplay right here. Apparently, this gun got a nerf. You guys tell me. I'm not going to say anything. What do you guys think from this gameplay? Do you think this shotgun actually caught a nerf? Well, let me go ahead and tell you exactly what was nerfed. Increased minimum hipfire spread from 3.5 to 4.9. Increased maximum hipfire spread from 4.4 to 6.2, and increased tactical stance spread from 3 to 4.2, basically making the hipfire spread a bit wider than what it was before. I mean, beforehand, you can make this thing just an absolute beam machine, and it destroyed, especially if you decked it out for, obviously, hipfire accuracy. But now, apparently, this was their fix. This was their way of going ahead and resolving the Haymaker problem within Modern Warfare 3. Well, guys, let me go ahead and tell you something. Again, I probably don't even have to tell you because you could just see it in the gameplay here. But nothing happened, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely nothing happened. the Jack Maglift kit is still an absolute demon machine. And I think it's extremely obvious to what the problem is here. It's not the hipfire spread, it's the range of this thing. Me and my homie Chucky were actually just talking about this, because obviously the Jag Maglift kit just takes over all the small maps. If you ever play on, DOS House here or Meat or Shipment, this thing is just undefeatable. You can't bring anything to the gunfight when you're versing the Jack Maglift kit. You know what I'm saying? And we both agreed on the same point. It's not the hipfire spread because it's a shotgun. And at the end of the day, you want to be able to be up close and personal. That's the mindset. And if you do get some people at some range, then yeah, so be it. That's fantastic. But the hipfire spread does nothing because I'm still using it like a shotgun. I'm still up close and personal. I'm still right in their face, So why would they hyper-focus the hipfire instead of the range? You get what I'm saying here? It seems so completely backwards, and I know at some point they'll resolve this, but I'm really disappointed that it's not in this update because now we're going to have to wait weeks. We probably won't see another update about the, the Haymaker Jack Maglift kit for weeks on end, maybe even a month plus, and it's very disappointing because this was their time to really hit it and make sure the game was resolved and we don't have to worry about this thing taking over anymore, but they didn't hit it. They didn't take it down and make it even with the rest of the shotties, and this is going to be an absolute problem within Modern Warfare 3 for a very long time. You are not going to see this gun removed from the overall matchmaking, and I don't want to see it removed. I always say how I want a aftermarket part to actually take over, and this one did. I love it. I think it is the coolest thing ever. It's so fun to use, and the concept of the Jack Maglift kit is phenomenal, but it needs to be balanced. It can't be completely broken where everything else is irrelevant. It has to be balanced across the board. And like I said earlier, it's not the hipfire. It's the range. It is the range of this thing. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be able to destroy someone up close and personal, even if they go ahead and reduce the hipfire, because hipfire spread means nothing when they're up in your face. But what is the most annoying part about this thing? The fact that you could spray it at max speeds and almost cross-map people at times. Oh, not cross-map. I'm over-exaggerating when I'm talking about that type of range. But at the end of the day, it still has ridiculous range for a shotgun. Maybe a pump action will be a little bit more reasonable for the shots that you're hitting with this thing. But no, this is, a semi-auto that shoots extremely fast because of the effect of the aftermarket part, the Jack Maglift kit. And it's just destroying at all ranges. I mean, there's times where I'll just be turning corners just pre-firing this thing because obviously you slap on a massive mag with this thing and it just, destroys. You turn a corner, you have like so many bullets and you're just flying through them and getting them from the other side of the spawn. It's mind-blowing that this was the change that they wanted to do. I'll say this, though. I think it should be reverted a little bit. Not completely, because, I don't think the hipfire spread should be, like, non-existent, it's just, like, shoots in a straight line, obviously, but I think that's the fun of this weapon, right? Is it not? The fact that you have something that you could tap fire pretty quickly, you could hip fire it. I think the fun of this gun is to be able to land shots consistently without the hip, spread being a problem. I think the biggest issue is just the range and the damage that it has. If that gets toned down a bit and the hipfire is normal, I think this gun will be better balanced. It'll feel better, more connected when you're engaging with enemies, and at the same time, you're not going to be overpowering every single weapon you could possibly find. I'll tell you what, I can kill someone faster with this weapon than a pump action. Imagine that. This gun can kill faster than a pump action up close and personal, just with how, I shouldn't say the regular Haymaker, but with the Jack Maglift kit. Yes, you will destroy because you could just fly bullets out of the weapon. I don't think people understand that. Every time you let go of your fire trigger, you shoot a second shot. So basically, every time you tap it, you're two-tapping. You're shooting 2 bullets basically at once. You're flying through enemies. Absolutely flying, so you best believe if you're up close and personal and you get a couple of taps, the pump action isn't doing anything against you. The Haymaker just feels like it's outclassing a lot of other competition, and it could be better in line, and that is the suggestion that I would make about it. Going ahead and making the damage range a little bit less, and maybe maneuver the hipfire spread a bit more to even it out. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, go down in the comment section and let me know your opinions about this update. I'm going to dive deeper into all the aspects of the update with the new game modes, the new, aftermarket part, the new skin and stuff of that sorts. But your personal preference right now, after giving that stuff a try, what do you think? Are they fun? Do you think they're bad? Or do you just not even play Call of Duty anymore and you tune into the channel just to hear about it? But, you're not going to bother playing it anyway. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern time. And like I said, I'm not streaming today, but tomorrow I'll be live over on Kick. If you guys are interested, I got a link to that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out.